Hello YouTube family, James Green, short series Shenanigans. We are back. Alright, to kind of continue on with what we were doing, and we'll do a quick recap in case you watched this video and you didn't watch the previous ones. We are remaking this. Okay, it is a extension. It's going to be a longer piece for a drill press. Okay, this one's short, the other one we've already completed the tube. It's over there. It turned out really great. Now we're going to make the base, and this is all out of 6061 aluminum. So we're going to recreate this. We've got some metal or chunk. It's actually a square chunk of aluminum, but when we get done, it's going to be round and shaped just like this. So that's what we're doing, and we're actually going to be using, and I've done this setup in the last video, and I'll recap. Again, I always trying to show different ways because everyone's like, well, you don't have a Noga holder? Yeah, I've got Noga holders. I've got, you know, I got two of them right here. I've got this one, and then I've got the mini Noga. Now, I don't leave the indicators on the ends. When I get done, I take them off and I put them back in my toolbox. Why? Because I've had the hose or knock or whatever, or stuff flying around, I put them up. Because I don't, now if I used it all day, every day, all the time, I'd leave it on there. So this is just, okay, if you don't have a Noga holder, depending on if you're just starting out, different ways to do setup. We talked about that the other day when we were working on the tube and we were trying to figure out, and I showed this in the videos, to figure your taper out or to get rid of it or to just check things. So what I've got, these are actually, I've got a pair of them. These are the old vise jaws off of when I got my Bridgeport vise, or when I got my Bridgeport. The import vise that was with it, which is a Kurt knockoff. It's not an actual Kurt vise. This is the better one of the two, but I didn't try to grind everything all the way. I went back through and I ground all four surfaces. Okay, I didn't worry about the ends, and just dressed them up. So if I need a set, if something happens or if I want to modify it, mainly it's like I've got an extra set of setup blocks for the surface grinder, or if I need them in the mill, or for example, since they will fit across the ways. Okay, because what I did was come in here with a rag right here, and let's set right on the top. It's precision ground. I know it's flat. We took a measurement from here up, 4" and 32/64 to the center. Come over here, same thing. Sets right on the top, and we measured to get our center tool height, because it's a split, which is actually to the top of the bit for that insert, WNMG. This is what I did, is I came in here and measured, and we set the tool height. Oh, let me turn around. 4" and held it flat, and 32/64 is where we're at, and that was the height back there. So that's how I set the tool height on it. Now everyone's like, okay, how are you gonna? So I look back now and I realize, okay, I should have put in, and I didn't. I should still be able to put one in, is an adjustment stop. And I'll need to. That's where it was one of those afterthoughts or brain fart. You went, oh no, I should have done it and didn't. So I'll go back and I'll put one of those in there. But we're in, we're locked. Okay, we got our coolant, and now we just need to center this way. Again, like I said, I haven't used this before. Yes, it's aluminum. I don't know if it's going to work great or if it's going to fail miserably because of these inserts. We went through with a 3/4 hole silver and dimming bit, and so we did the check with that. Now we're going to come up here, and basically we're just going to eyeball this, and I'll move you guys back around over here on the end so you can see what's going on. And there we go. I will try to get a good view of everything. So let's see, because I haven't used this before, so we're going to have to do a little, this is where you come in here and think, okay, well, how do I center it up? Because we can drive this Now we're straight up and down, so the center of our bit should actually be this center point right here where it creases, okay, where it splits. That's the center of our bit. So I'm going to come over here and just center it with a hole. And I actually measured the distance between the two crowns. Let's see what they are. I believe they're 3/4. Double check with my calipers here. Make sure we're still good. I hadn't zeroed these yet today. Okay, so should be, if I go peak to peak, yeah, peak to that, peak to that. So it's 730 thou, or 18.55 millimeter. Yeah, 18.5 millimeter. So we did a 3/4 hole. So pretty much if we center up here and we look over, throw this in neutral here. And again, we're still going to have to come back here and bore this out way bigger than 1.5 inches. But that's going to get us pretty close, and we're going to cut the outside. So for all intents and purposes, that will actually work for what we need. Let's go low gear, and let's go, let's start off with 70 RPM just to see. So we'll go ahead and get our flood coolant started here. And we only got to drill 1 inch, so it's not like we're going really deep anyway. The reason I did this all started out to make this and to do this. And what I talked about before, I have difficulty driving things with a large bit or anything with the tailstock. You just do. This way you can engage your carriage feed or here and let your carriage do the cutting. Again, it's aluminum 6061 T6. Don't know if it's going to work. Go ahead and get started. Turn it back on. All right, 115 RPM. And this is an 1.5 inch hole. That click, click, click was the, that was my tail, that was the carriage clicking. That was the carriage and everything clicking. Might have to speed it up a little bit. Let's go to 90. Let's try that. See, you gotta watch, otherwise you're gonna make a mess. You don't want to get too carried away with too much flood coolant. Oh yeah, big mess. Big mess. Throwing coolant all over here. So this is all about the what can we do to not make a mess. So yeah, we're flooring coolant all the way out here. So, what do we have handy that we can set up here to block the coolant? Let's go look back here, because I don't want coolant all over the floor. Let me get some of my pig mats. These are handy to have. I call them pig mats. They're absorbent mats. You get them all industrial tool supply. And I'll throw one of those down on the floor here. And use it to pick. This stuff works great for absorbing stuff and things. So I need to have like a shield here that's going to catch that and redirect it back that way. And I happen to have a piece of plastic that I cannot get to. I had some other pieces that were easier to get to. Unless, oh, here we go. That'll work. Okay. Here's a piece of plexiglass. That'll be just about right. So what I'm going to do, just to redirect the flood coolant, I'm actually going to clamp that right there with a cant twist clamp. Pull out the old cant twist clamp here. That'll leave us enough room where I can still come up and drill, and it'll keep the coolant from splashing everywhere, and I can still get to the, if I have to, I can come up here and just hit that, and I can still hit the safety shut off. We're still good. Flood coolant on. Oh yeah, a lot better. Turn the coolant down just a little bit. Oh. Let's try 460. Let's try that. Yeah, we're just not getting the right cut with this. Let's try. Let's go back down to 300. Like I said, I hadn't used this before, so it's all new, uncharted territory. Seeing how this bit runs in here. Whoa. That was gearing up for 2,000 RPM. We don't need 2,000. Okay. I may have messed up by pre-drilling that large. I thought maybe I might be helping myself by putting a 3/4 hole in there. And that's smaller than, you know, And again, we're doing aluminum, and probably not the best thing in the world, but we'll try it. Not working as desired, so I don't like that. And again, I may have messed up by doing a pre-drill. We'll see. And again, we're in aluminum. This thing is probably built, well, typically these inserts, you don't want to use them in aluminum. Well, I've run them in aluminum before in boring bars. They work fine, but you know, I've got some steel material that I'm going to try this on, and we'll do a whole nother video. We're going to play with just this setup, so we know for this in aluminum, this setup, this bit is not going to get the desired results. So no big loss. Now we know. Now we've tried it. We know, okay, I might have messed up by doing a pre-drill hole. I don't know. So what we'll do, we're going to go ahead and discontinue this. We'll do our standard, how we would normally get to our desired size. I'll go ahead and take that off and this off. We'll continue on. So, I mean, that's how you figure out, you know. I've never used any of these types of bits before, and I know they're for other larger stuff. Get all the coolant out. Okay, good to go. All right, we'll go this way. So, worked great so far with that, but again, you know, those inserts are probably not necessarily made for aluminum, but we tried it. In theory, we got to see. Didn't work as desired. I'm still going to leave this here so I don't splash coolant all over the place. So we're going to go back to the old tried and true method of... Actually, I don't even have to do that because I'm not going to be spinning that fast. I'll go ahead and get this one out of the way here. Some more plexiglass. Okay. Put this back down here. Yeah, those pig nuts work great for that. Alright. So we'll go standard procedure, what we used to do. Regular drill bit. And then we'll bore it out with a boring head and all that. Get it out here far enough. Okay. We have got our silver and Deming bits here set. We'll go and just throw a 1-inch bit in there because that's 3/4. We'll just go ahead and jump it on up to 1 inch here. And this is PTD brand bit. Alright. So we're in, and we're only going 1 inch, so it's not like we're doing a lot of deep hole drilling or anything, so that'll work. And we are going to run flood coolant. It doesn't get, not going to take much. Get this back out of the way. And we're going to go, let's go 70 RPM. We don't need to go fast. do the old-fashioned way. See, this is why I wanted larger bits, because you have the reduced shank to be able to go up and big and over the other sizes. Because we need to go holes larger than that. Then what you have to do at that point, and I don't have one set up. Or do I? No, I do not. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and pull this tool out that we were using for our other stuff. Because this is one you can set a boring bar up in it too. Alright. And we're going to pull this out and set ourselves up with a boring bar in here. Oop, that's 5 mil. This is how you normally do it. And we're going to bore it out to where it's 1 inch, 850 thou. Alright, set that there. And the larger boring bar that I need is over here. Okay, here's one that I use a lot. Let me try. Yeah, we'll stick with this one. Okay. I use this one a lot. He uses that style insert there, and I have had very, very, very good luck with it. And so we don't need to go real deep. And we'll get our center height set. So we know that to center, because we measured it a while ago, okay, when we were using our setup, we want to know our height. Again, grab your rag, wipe the ways off, still have that same item. Come over here, 4 inch, because we want to be just a little above center, and it was 32/64 was actually trying to get, there we go. For some reason this holder fits very, very, very tight on here. I need to open it up. There we go. Okay, 432 will come up. 436 should be just about right. Get our height set. That'll bring us way up above center, or up enough above center for boring. And we should be able to clear everything here. Yep. And through to there. And I'm going to get my pancake reader. And I'm going to clean off a spot right here on the ways. I use this quite a bit. You guys see a lot of other people use this for work. Okay, 0 right there. Okay, and let's go ahead and do 460. All right. So we're doing good. All that 0. We're just going to do this the old-fashioned way. Boring it out. And so that's how we're going to do it. over and over and over. Again, that was the first time I used it. I may have messed up by doing pre-drill. Again, I haven't used these type of bits as far as with those inserts, so it's a learning curve for me. Comment in the description box if you guys use these before. Again, I know this bit isn't designed to be using it the way I am. It was just an idea I had. Well, let's see if we can use the tool holder for. Now I have other regular coolant fed bits, you know, that are large, for example, that are different, that are strictly normal. Let me get them out here and I'll show you. Okay, like here are other coolant fed bits. Okay, standard, normal, and the coolant is fed in from the back. I would like to be able to use these and build a holder for. Now that I know I'd be able to feed, and I need to build a holder for it. This is 1 7/16", and it's a 1 7/16 shank, and then this is 1 3/16. So I'm definitely going to build a holder to hold this, because now this, I know that's going to act like a standard drill bit, and it's going to go straight in, and that's what we want. Which, that's the whole thing. That's why, if you can pick these up inexpensively, and I'm going to build, this is going to be another build, another style tool holder, and you know, it will be built to where it holds in from the back just like the other, and clamp, and we may have to grind some flats on here to get it to clamp, and we'll set it up. Again, that's going to be a whole nother series, different type of holder. But if you can pick these up inexpensively as a hobbyist, because you know, we can't hold them in a Morse taper at the back, let's make a tool holder. So if you guys would please comment constructive. I mean, you know, I'm all open to ideas, guys. Again, that was something we were talking about one night on my live feeds, and hey, let's try it, let's see. This is all we wanted. This is the first chance we had to try it. Aluminum, again, I said at the beginning, I didn't expect a whole lot, because I know certain inserts just aren't going to work well in aluminum. Now, I could chuck a piece of, you know, mild steel up in there and it might just run perfect. So who knows? Comment in the description block below, let me know, hey, you shouldn't pre-drill, you know, just run them into blank material and they do fine. You know, let me know. Like I said, this is all about learning stuff, having fun, enjoying the hobby. And so there you go. I'd also like to make sure I give my shout out to my YouTube channel sponsor, All Industrial Tool Supply. You guys give them a holler. Go online, www.allindustrial.com. Look them up, request their master catalog. They also have it on their website under current sales flyers on the left hand side down at the bottom where it says current sales flyers. PDF format, you can download it, it's free. They have other sales flyers there. Give them a look up, and I know they've got stuff like this in there. They've got the similar coolants that I use. Anything that I use in here, guys, if I know the numbers or whatever, I'll make sure and put it in the description link at the bottom like I did with this in the other video, the Edge Technologies. It's in the description link below, and I'll post it again because I've had a lot of people ask me about it already. They carry that as well too. It's on page 678 in the master catalog. Can't miss it there. So take care of yourself and take care of family, because remember, at the end of the day, you and your family is all you got. Until next time, you guys, get out in the garage, have some fun, make some chips, and we're going to go ahead and do some more boring in aluminum to get that other stuff to fit. So we'll have one more video after this, and that'll be the final, and that'll be doing the final weld up, because we're going to weld that in and do the final hole and drill setting and press it in. See you in the final video. Bye-bye.